Hey guys, in today's model home tour, we're gonna experience one of the last remaining new construction opportunities in all of Prosper, Texas. And this is a beautiful luxury boutique style community, and its location is gonna blow you away. You actually have walkability to grocery stores, shopping, everything, and you are in the heart of Prosper, Texas, just minutes away from everything that is exploding in the North Dallas market, including Frisco, the PGA and Universal Studios. You're gonna love today's model home tour. So let's get inside and let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome inside. Really excited to give you guys today's grand tour. First of all, what an amazing, beautiful front door that we just walked through. I love that arch, that solid door. The weight of having those iron doors are so impressive. But when we're talking about impressive, take a look at this grand entrance here on this model home. This thing is absolutely stunning. You got the 2-story soaring ceilings the minute you walk through the door. But take a look at this staircase. You've got the light wood treads coming all the way down. I love how this is offset. It's a straight shot to the front door, but it's not taking away from the width or the grandeur of this room. And then the accent wall is an absolute staple piece here. That is 3 levels of wood trim stacked on top of each other to create that 3-dimensional look. And that is a wow factor. And you're gonna see a lot of those wow factors throughout this home, including these beautiful sight lines. So you can see the open railing system. We've got views all the way back to the double sliding glass door. We're gonna get back there in a second, but first let me show you the home office that's right off to the front of the home here. As you guys make your way in, obviously the thing that's gonna catch your eye is this absolutely beautiful built-in bookshelf here. It is really the eye-catching piece of the home office here. Now, things like this, just so you know, when you're building new construction, those are upgrades, right? This is typically just gonna be a squared off room, but the builder is really showing off what you can do. And we're definitely looking at a higher end luxury home today with more of a luxury home builder. So those are the types of things that buyers in this price range are probably gonna opt in for, because it really creates the atmosphere of what you would expect in this community and for this builder, which I'm gonna tell you everything you need to know about the community, the builder. So we'll get into all of that, but I love this home office. You've got the nice tall ceilings in here. We've got lots of natural light coming in from the front of the home. They carried the hardwood floors through here as well. And then also we've got our double French door. And what I like about this, that is the solid glass, no picture frame. So it gives us that clear picture right to the front entrance of the home. So if you wanted to close that off for a little bit of privacy, you could do that. So I love the home office. And then as we make our way, look at the size of this entrance here. We've got the catwalk here for the 2nd story, where it opens up to the 2-story ceiling on the other side of the house. So great views. Now, we're about halfway through here, and off to my left, your right, is gonna be the access from your 3-car garage. It's currently being used by the sales team here, but I do wanna show you. This would be your door, and then this is your landing area here. I love this little touch right here. I can't wait for my wife to see this, because this is like the thing she keeps asking for, is the locker style for the mud bench, because you can keep your whole mess and close this up. So that is a beautiful high-end feature. I love that mud bench right there. You got your drawers that pull out. So walking in from your 3-car garage, you've got your front and you got these beautiful sight lines. But they also tucked in an additional half bath and your utility room to this section of the house. So I'll let you guys kind of come in. I'm knocking stuff off the wall here. You've got a half bath in there. You can take a quick peek. I always like when the builders add those additional half baths. And the reason those little touches matter is if you're entertaining, having the half bath gives people a place to use versus having to take a bathroom out of a secondary bedroom. You've probably seen where there's the bedroom and then the bathroom is outside to allow your guests the use. By putting an additional half bath, it allows all the bedrooms on this level to remain as ensuite bedrooms and bathrooms combination. So by the way, if that's something that's important to you, having a secondary bedroom downstairs or all ensuite or little features like that, that's what we're here for. Give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email, because we get calls, texts, emails every single week with people looking for new construction, relocating to the area. We'd love to help you and point you in the right direction when it comes to builders and communities. So make sure you reach out. We'd love to connect with you. Now take a look at this utility room here. I love what they did here. I love this design here. We're seeing this on some high-end homes where they're kind of making everything feel like it's built in and truly custom. You've got the great folding area here by putting a countertop. We've got 2 cabinets for additional storage. And then they actually put a window in here, which I think is awesome because now you get all that natural light coming in from the outside in the utility room. They put in a utility sink here with additional storage, and then you have more countertop and storage here. Now, I always tell people, if you're relocating from anywhere else, you're coming to Texas, we do not have basements. This storage comes in critically. You will absolutely appreciate and love having all this additional storage in here. More countertop space. By the way, let me point out with this builder, we've got those beautiful 8-foot solid core doors throughout the entire main level. You've got your upgraded trim on your door casings and your flooring here. So very, very high-end finishes. When you are looking at new construction, one of the things that I always talk about with our buyers is the feature sheet. What is the builder already including in their base pricing? The more features, the higher end features that are included in the base, that's least amount of money that then needs to be used in the design center. So those are the things that I'm always looking at when I'm talking about different builders, pricing, and communities for our clients. Now, we have 2 cool sections here of this house. We've got a secondary bedroom, which we're gonna go take a look at, and then this room here. This is a flex room. What we're looking at right now is the media option. This could actually be flexed out for a formal dining room. So if you don't want a first floor media, which by the way is very popular, you're seeing this on many new floor plans from builders. So people really appreciate this because you get a little bit more usability when it's on the first floor. Now, this is a stunning built-in here. I love this for the media. You get the giant TV in here. They did the board on board here. This is just absolutely beautifully designed here. Again, this would be an upgrade to put this feature into the home. If not, it would just be a traditional media. But again, you have the option of media or formal dining. And if you do formal dining, you do have an option to do media upstairs, which we'll get into. All right, now directly across the hallway is your guest suite. So come on in here with me. One of the things that the builder did was by adding that powder bath up front, we have a full ensuite bathroom here for our guests. So I'll let you guys kind of come in to your right. You're gonna see we have a full bathroom here, and they did the mud-in floor plan. I love the design there with the frameless glass shower. They brought the tile all the way up to the ceiling, so you get lots of high-end finishes there. Beautiful color scheme, and then we do have a full walk-in closet as well. So what you're looking at right here, that is what you get from the builder. So that's your walk-in closet. They did do a 3rd hanging rod up there, so you have your seasonal hanging. So that's a great walk-in closet. We've got crown molding throughout this room, 2 huge windows, which is bringing in a lot of natural light from the side of the home. So the amount of natural light, the window sizes, the tall ceilings that you see here, these are really the features that you come to expect with this builder. And I'm gonna get into who the builder is, this floor plan. So you're gonna get all that information here. But as we kind of move through, we're actually gonna get into the exciting part right now. I know this is the part that everybody waits for, is these beautiful kitchens, dining rooms, this open floor plan. So as we come in here, the first thing is these beautiful 2-story soaring ceilings. We've got the beams in the ceiling, this beautiful chandelier, oversized. It's probably a 60-inch chandelier here because this room is so grand and so huge. And then we've got our center fireplace. This is your vocal point here. This is gonna catch your eye. I love the finish here. Look how they beautifully matched up all the veins in this stone here. This is, it almost looks like a marble or ceramic finish here, but I love how they they kind of angled all this in so you get that kind of concave look coming into your gas fireplace. And again, it goes all the way up to the ceiling, but this is a beautiful, beautiful touch. And you can see upstairs, we do have the open railing system all the way throughout. And then we move into our kitchen. So we have this beautiful open concept in this home. And this kitchen is absolutely high end. They've got some beautiful finishes, starting with this stone. It actually has almost like a leather texture when you run your hand over it. So this is a beautiful, again, this is gonna be an upgraded level of stone, but very comparable for what you would expect in this level of home. So this stood out as soon as we walked in. And then this little pantry right here, this is something you don't really see very often, but the ability to pull this out, close your cupboard, and have your coffee station in here. Again, when you're looking at these types of builders, these types of communities, you start to look at the customization, and that's really what they bring here. So great finishes. I love the flat door panels here. Again, a higher end cabinet finish, all the way to our refrigerator, kind of having more of that finished cabinet depth, fully boxed in. We've got 2 levels of cabinets, so you're bringing it even higher with the cabinetry here. We've got our bank wall here with microwave and oven. And then I'll let you guys take a look at the walk-in pantry. We've got lots of additional storage in the pantry as well. And then as we come through this way, you can see they carried that stone and they went all the way up to the backsplash as well. So you can see the thickness of that stone. They created the seat here, and I love the mantle on the windows as well. The 2 windows on each side of your vent hood are absolutely stunning. This is a showpiece. Really, this is luxury. These are the high-end finishes that you're gonna come to expect, all the way to the oversized 6-burner high-end KitchenAid cooktop. And I just love the finishes, the doors. Look at the pulls, bottom mount, flush mount. All right, and now in addition to that, let's take a look at this beautiful island here as well, because what they've done is they put that kind of farm sink, that front apron sink, ceramic. We've got our finished garbage pullouts here. And again, here's a good view of that flat panel door finish. So a little bit unique from what we see in more your standard builders. So again, those are the higher end finishes. Here we've got dishwasher, and then this is oversized. So you can see they easily have 4 seats in the back. Plus what they did is they were able to cut in and do some overhang on the corner. So you get 2 additional seats. So if you love to entertain, you're absolutely gonna fall in love with this kitchen because you have plenty of seating here. And this is actually a great view, guys. If you are looking at this direction, you can see just how wide open the kitchen is into your living room. You get the views upstairs, the chandelier. You can start to get a little peek into the media room. So beautiful. And this house is huge. We're talking over 4,000 square feet. And then you have your formal dining. I like to call these more of a casual dining because instead of being like a room tucked in up front, it's made as part of the everyday living area. And you can see this is set up for 6 on a round table. So this is absolutely huge. We've got windows all throughout this area that just floods us full of natural light. And then obviously here, I'll tell you a little bit about the upgrades that they had here, because you can come outside with me and we've got a beautiful, oversized, large covered patio. Now what the builder did do is you have your direct walkout from right there in the dining room and the double sliding glass door, which this is a staple in what we're seeing now in new construction, but you can see the size of these doors This is a huge, this is probably a 12 or 15 foot double sliding glass door. So imagine these are open and you're entertaining and having a great time out here. We've got super tall ceilings in here. You can run an additional TV out here if you wanted to. There's also an option if you wanted to do another fireplace out here. So you could even do some things on the exterior of this. Now, what you are looking at here, again, this is the model home. So some of this here, the extended patio, the travertine tiles, that's only because it's the model. So all of this stuff out here, this is extra, guys. This is hardscaping. These are things, by the way, I always would recommend you pricing outside of the builder because we might be able to save you some money on options like this. But beautiful backyard. One of the things here that is attracting a lot of people to this neighborhood is, number one, it's a small boutique style community, but the lot size is, this is a 64-foot wide lot, which is a really good size. So this builder offers a 64 and 74-foot option in this community. And the reason that's important is the wider the lot, the wider the home, the more square footage they can get on the main level of the home. So beautiful outdoor covered patio area here. I always like to point this out because one of the main reasons people move to this area is the beautiful weather, just like what we're having today. So being able to come out here, you get a lot of use of these outdoor spaces. So having the extended covered patios like this really is something people enjoy when they're moving to the area. So let's head back inside and let's continue with our home tour. All right, let's continue our home tour as we make our way through back into the main living area. I just wanted to kind of give you another view of the double sliding glass door because this is an upgrade. But in my opinion, this is something you want to factor into the budget. Yes, they're a little bit expensive, but this is that grand view of the double sliding door with that view all the way to your beautiful front door. So you definitely something, again, you want to consider in the budget. Now, the primary suite is tucked in the back. We're gonna go there in a second, but I wanna show you upstairs because there's a couple of structural add-ons that the builder did that I think you're definitely gonna wanna consider if you were looking into this model. So let's head upstairs and we'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, guys, so we're upstairs. First thing you notice, beautiful wood treads coming here. The builder in the model has done hardwood floors throughout the entire upstairs, except for the bedrooms. Now, I will tell you that is a really expensive upgrade. Very few, if any, people are actually doing it, but it's good to see. So you can kind of get an idea. It is doable, but I will tell you that this will take your budget to a completely different level outside of that standard 12 to 15%. I always say this will raise that because of the cost per the hardwood floor. So as we move in over here, this is kind of your secondary sitting area. This could be your game area if you wanted to put a pool table or anything up here. I like how they have it casually set up as another sitting area. Some of the things you do want to know here, they've got the vaulted ceiling that they've done in this room that really elevates the height in here. That is a great touch. This area here can be set up as a dry bar if you wanted to, per the different structural add-ons that are allowed with this builder. So got your little game area. This could be a dry bar. I love the sitting area. And then this room directly behind me, this is a structural add-on. This creates the 5th bedroom and the 5th full bathroom with this floor plan. So standard, we're looking at a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath home. This is a structural add-on. So not only are you getting the 5th bedroom, it's an ensuite with the additional square footage. So as we come around here, I'll let you guys go in, take a look at the full ensuite bath. One of the things they did is they did a walk-in shower there. They've got the beautiful tile floors. I like how they did that seat where the glass is setting on there, the frame. Instead of using tile, they took the same material as the sink. So those are just some of those high-end finishes that you're gonna see with this builder. So Great ensuite. I love people, by the way, people ask me all the time, is there a way we could do stand-up showers in all of the bedrooms? And you're gonna see this builder pretty much did all except for one, which I think people are gonna love. So as we come out here, again, they did a nice dark gray here on this home in this bedroom here. And then you got your walk-in closet. They've got some shelves in there, lots of storage. So again, great room size, great storage, ensuite, pretty much everything you can ask for here. So again, this is the add-on, okay? So this makes it a 5-bed, 5-bath, gonna get you upwards of over 4,500 square feet as well. Now, also, I wanna point out this room right here, okay? So this is also an add-on here to give you an additional half bath powder. So if you are entertaining up here, you're definitely gonna wanna do this half bath. If not, someone's gonna be using one of the bedroom bathrooms. So that's a really cool structural add-on right there. Again, nothing crazy, but very smart that the builder's done these secondary powder baths for when you are entertaining and have guests. The other thing I do want to let you know, remember how I mentioned downstairs, the media room could be a formal dining room. Well, we could actually convert this 5th bedroom. If you didn't need a 5th bedroom, that could be a media room. So this upstairs has flexibility as well. So you can really make it whatever you need. If you need the 5th bedroom, you've got a solution. If you needed a 4th bedroom and a dining room, well, then we can move the media room up here. So lots of options, but I love the ceiling that they did here, pushes it all up. And you could actually see the wood beams on the ceiling overlooking the living room there. So lots of just beautiful touches. As we make our way down here, this was the catwalk area that I was talking about, how from the front door, you've got the open railings and then you've got the views that kind of come up over, and the 2-story ceilings carry throughout this entire home. So just beautiful sight lines and views there. And then in the front of the home here, we've got another bedroom. And this is a really good sized room. You can probably start to see that hint in pink color on the tone of the walls, everything here. So this is staged and set up for a girl's room here. I love what they did with just some of the color and the texture here. Really cool design. Whoever did this, kudos to you. Again, walk-in closet here. Very well done by the builder. Lots of additional storage. And again, this is also an ensuite. So every bedroom we're looking at in this plan offers you an ensuite bath. So if you come in here, you'll see again, they did the walk-in shower in this bathroom as well. So you've got the framed glass door. Love those little pebbles on the floor there. Nice design in your tile, beautiful countertops here, lots of storage. So builder did an absolute phenomenal job. Now we're gonna come down the hallway because we've got the last bedroom. So there's 3 bedrooms upstairs. As we come in here, we've got another ensuite. By the way, all of these bedrooms have been such good sized bedrooms with walk-in closets and ensuites. So let's take a look at the walk-in closet and then we'll show you the ensuite bathroom there. So again, having walk-in closets allows you to maximize the space inside the room. And then look at that back wall. I love how they did the vertical wood trim all the way across there. Those wood trim, those accents, you've seen it throughout the home. By the way, those little finishes, that's one of the things where we could add a lot of value. When we're looking at budget, when things get a little bit tight, what do we need to spend money on? What are some things we may want to consider to do after closing with a third-party vendor? Wood trim like that are areas where we can save you a tremendous amount of money. You could do it post-closing. So those are little things that we can help you with through the entire home buying process. Now, take a peek in here. You'll see this is the only bathroom where they actually did a tub. I love that tile too, really unique and different with the pattern. I will tell you, like I said, we've had so many buyers who've asked us, hey, can we just do stand-up showers in every single room? I always say yes, but you want to keep at least one bath for resale, and the builder nailed it here. All the secondary rooms, including the primary, have great walk-in showers. We've got our one tub here. So upstairs, you saw a couple of really cool structural add-ons with the 5th bedroom, 5th bath, and the additional powder bath up here. So those are structural add-ons that we would put on top of the base price. Now, we got to get downstairs because we probably have the most important room still to show you, and that's the primary bedroom. So I'll meet you down there. All right, so we got the one room left. That is the primary suite. I know you guys are gonna absolutely love it. So come on in here with me. Kind of see the separate kind of little entrance here as we walk in. To our left, we have some additional storage. Lots of space in there. I love how they maximized all the shelves. And then as we come in to our actual primary suite, again, we got the 8-foot door openings here. And then what they did here, again, this is an option, is they've pushed the ceilings up, vaulted the ceilings to give you that additional height. To me, that's almost like something you have to do, because can you imagine if this was flat, what it would feel like? Getting the 2.5, 3 feet of additional height in here. Now you could do this massive chandelier. It's still elevated in height. So that is a really good add-on, something I would seriously have you guys consider if you were thinking about building. And then, you know, just the size of the room is, I mean, this gives you a good view. We're corner to corner here. This is a massive oversized primary bedroom here. I love, they did beautiful, it's funny because this is coming back, this wallpaper, we are seeing more and more wallpaper in homes now, but the ability to tie in the colors with the furniture, and it's subtle. It is so subtle, the little design in there. But again, it gives you that high-end luxury feel. And then behind you is these 3 huge windows that have been pushed back. So you'll see how the builder actually created a bench there. You'll see the pillows. Guys, that's like 2 feet of additional depth to this room. So if that wall was just straight floor to ceiling, you would be losing that depth and feel of the room. So those are the subtle touches. And again, that's an add-on doing that little bump out there. But I'll tell you this, when I built my home, we had the option to do a bump out and we didn't do it. And then when we saw it in person in somebody else's home, we really felt the difference in what the room felt like as far as the size. So the 2 things in here that I would say you strongly consider is the ceilings and the bump out here. Really gonna change dramatically the feel of this room. They also carry the beautiful hardwood floors through here. Then we've got our double French door here, solid core doors here as well. So as we open those up, then take a look at this primary bath. You get this beautiful double sink here, and this is one of the prettiest stones we've ever showcased on our channel here. Just tons of different movement. This is a really interesting finish here. They come up with about an 8-inch backsplash, make it flush with the windowsill. Very, very subtle, but those are luxury high-end finishes. I like to point those out on our channel. I've been building homes my whole life. So those are the things that pop out to me that I think most people probably wouldn't even notice, but absolutely catch my eye. And then the darker, colored wood here is something that's very in right now. So they went with the brown with the black door pulls. A lot of people really enjoy that. The sconce lighting on the sides of the mirror, I would say, is another thing that most of my buyers here recently have all done. We've got rid of the single light above and we've gone to these sconce. I'd say the last 3 new builds we did, those were updates on the electrical side that we opted for. And as we spin around, take a peek at the size of that walk-in shower. Thing is absolutely massive in size. And very subtly, you probably can't even see it in the video, but they did a nice little lip up there where you can put your soap, and they did the same stone that's on the countertop, and they just kind of made a little bench and a little shelf there. Another thing too, I want to point out, I love how they did the handle, the diverter for the hot and cold, right here, offset from the shower, because if you've ever gotten in the shower, turn it on, you know it's really cold for that first couple of seconds. I like how they offset that there. And then the freestanding tub. This is beautiful because they took the tile surround from the shower and they kind of created its own little wet area of tile all the way around here. Kind of comes up, half pony wall here, but beautiful. And then the designers, the stagers, you guys do such a great job. I love the finishes, but you get the standalone tub right there. You get the beautiful frameless glass shower that just keeps everything visible and open. We have storage. Can never have too much storage. So you got your linen closet here with lots of shelves. You've got your water closet there with your toilet. Very nice. And then closet. This thing is deceivingly huge. So when you walk in, let me get to this corner here. So you've got all the walls have all your shelves. You've got shelves, you've got your seasonal storage racks up above. But as you come in here with me, it continues all the way over here. So we have more storage, more shelves. And then guys, I'm gonna let you come in here because you have even more down behind the back. So absolutely a ton of storage. And that whole wall that you're looking at has that third rack of seasonal storage and hanging up there. So huge walk-in closet. People are gonna love this primary suite when you get to see it in person. The storage, the beautiful bath, and then just the elegance of the actual bedroom with the ceiling and then the pushed out windows there. So this is one of my favorite views. I'm gonna have you guys kind of walk through slowly here because you get to see the stone, your freestanding tub, and then with the double doors here, you get to see right into your vaulted ceilings here with beautiful views right to your backyard. Absolutely beautiful home. Now, I know what you guys are probably saying. It's like, okay, Alex, this is absolutely stunning. How much does it cost? Where are you? Who's the builder? So let's get after that right now. I'll tell you everything you need to know about where we are, who the builder, what the price is, and you know we're gonna give you that no BS pricing. What would it cost to build this home that we're showing you right now? So let's go sit down in the office and we'll let you know everything you wanna know. All right, guys, it's that time. It's time for that no BS pricing. But first, let me tell you where we are located. Guys, this is called Star View. This is a Blue Star community, which means this is one of the Jerry Jones communities here in DFW, like Star Trail. Starview is the newest community in Prosper, Texas. And if you know anything about new construction, you know there are very few opportunities left in Prosper. So this is one of the hottest new developments. What makes this development so different, it is a boutique community. This is not a 4,000 home master plan community. You're looking at 173 home sites in total. What they did here is they went a little bit larger on the lots. We're looking at 64 and 74 foot wide lots. So very boutique community, high-end builders throughout. And the location here is A+. We are right off of Preston Road and between Preston Road and the Dallas North Tollway. So if you've got to get to the major airports, you're 35 to 45 minutes away. If you got to work downtown Dallas, you're 45 minutes away. But if you're going to places like to Frisco, where you can get in to the PGA of America, the Omni, the Universal Studios that is coming, you're 10, 12 minutes away. Grocery shopping directly across the street. So this is a prime location, which is just making people flock to this area. Also, because it's got that Blue Star stamp, you know it's gonna be high-end, high-quality builders, just absolutely the best with Star View here. So boutique community, just 173 home sites. The HOA is only $500 a quarter, so $2,000 a year, and property taxes here are just 1.99% with no mud and no PID. And of course, we're in the Prosper Independent School District. And if you are interested in learning more about the schools, we can't steer you when you come to schools, but I can tell you, go check out niche.com and greatschools.org. You're gonna see Prosper is an A+ rated ISD. It's one of the ISDs people are flocking to. So go do your own research on that. But let's talk about the builder. This is one of my favorite builders. We've sold a bunch of product in different neighborhoods for this builder, and I'm excited that they're here in this community. This is Tradition Homes. This is a small family-owned, high-end builder, definitely high-end as you can see in today's home tour. The floor plan we just walked today is called the 5062. The 62 means this is the second rendition, which means this builder has gone through and modified the original floor plan and made some updates. I love when they do that because it modernizes it and it just makes it probably more in line with what people want right now. So as a base home, it's a 2-story home at 3,902 square feet, 4 beds, 4.5 baths. It's got the study, the media flex room downstairs, the game room, and a 3-car tandem garage. Now, on a base home, the base pricing is between $998,000 to $1,013,000. The 3 bases are basically based on the elevation and the finishes. Now, when we get inside the home, obviously you saw this home had a ton of upgrades. So let's talk about some of those. They did the box window in the primary bedroom. They did the optional vaulted ceiling in the primary bedroom. They did the 15-foot sliding glass door in the living room. We've got the fireplace in the living room. Upstairs, they did the 5th bedroom, 5th bath, and they did the additional powder bath. So saw lots of structural add-ons here, bringing this up to just under 4,600 square feet in this home. So again, base was 3,900. What you looked at today was about 4,600, a little less than 4,600 square feet. So you're probably saying to yourself, okay, well, Alex, how much does it cost to build this home? Traditionally, most buyers are spending between $1.1 million to $1.2 million. We spoke with the sales team here and said, what are these models actually selling for with builders? That's your no BS pricing. Now, the model home, I have to disclose, has some of the best finishes we've ever seen. So this model home, the design team went above and beyond normal. So you're probably looking at over 300,000 in finishes here with this model. But what most people are finishing their home at between $1.1 and $1.2 million for a 64-foot product with Tradition Homes. So if that is in your price range and you loved what you saw, give me a call because we could talk about the different discounts and incentives. Right now, they've got a super aggressive buy down on interest rates that extend as low as 2.99% right now. Now, prices, discounts, and incentives are always subject to change. That's why you gotta give me a call. We'll get you all the information. But there are several floor plans in the 64. There are also several floor plans in the 74-foot product as well. Now, what we did to make it easy for you with Star View is we went and toured all of the models. There are 3 different builders in this community right now. So if you click up here, you can go to a playlist of all the builders with all the model homes. You can check it out here. Make sure you give us a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. If you're looking for new construction, we'd love to help you in that process. We are your new construction sales team and experts here when it comes to the North Dallas market. So we appreciate you guys. Check out that playlist right here. And we look forward to seeing you on the next model home tour.